Hello students, in this video we are going to study that how can we utilize the polar grid to express the complex numbers, and after that convert them again into the rectangular form. Now you can see there is a unit circle over here. This is what we studied before also, and what is important in them and how can we memorize the whole unit circle. The easiest part is that we keep in mind the angles between the 0 and pi by 2. You can see here that all the angles are given in the form of radians. So here we have the 0 radian on the x-axis, and on the top right y-axis we have pi over 2 radians. So the first thing comes that how can we change the radians into degrees to understand and visualize in the better way. So in order to change radians into degree, understand if any radian is written, you can multiply it by pi by 180 over pi. In order to convert the radians into degree, you just whatever the radian is given to you, you multiply into 180 by pi. So for example, here pi over 6 is given. If you will multiply 180 over pi, then you will get 30 degree. Similarly, if pi over 4 is given to you, you multiply it by 180 over pi, you will get 45 degree. Same way, if you multiply pi over 3 by 180 over pi, you will get 60 degree. And pi over 2 times 180 over pi, you will get 90 degrees. And remember, every time it is better for you if you just important the spatial triangles. So spatial triangles are between 0 and 90, memorize 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree. 30 means pi over 6 radians, 45 degree means pi over 4 radians, and 60 degree means pi over 3 radians. Now if you memorize this thing, so it becomes so easy to jump from the first quadrant because between 0 and the 90 degree, the quadrant is said to be the first quadrant in the coordinate plane. To jump from the first to the second quadrant, we already know and we have seen and we have studied that the formula which we use, it is pi minus 180 pi minus theta. And what is theta? Theta is the spatial angles, means any angle which lie in the first quadrant coming from the first to the second, we use the formula pi minus theta in the radian form, or if we want to study in the degree form, we can use 180 minus theta and theta again in the degrees. If you use pi, it means you will have to write the theta in the radian form. If you use the 180 degree, then you have to write the theta in the degree form. Don't make the mistake converting the thetas into radian and applying the correct formula. Now, from the first you want to come into the third quadrant, you have to use the formula pi plus theta or 180 plus theta. Same way, if you want to jump from the first to the fourth quadrant, then you have to apply the formula 2 pi minus theta or 360 minus theta. So now for example, this is pi over 3. Just to explain and understand that how can we jump from the first quadrant to the second quadrant, let's take an example of pi over 3. So pi over 3 is my first quadrant. I want to jump into the second quadrant. I will use my formula pi minus theta. So pi minus theta is pi over 3. If I write here pi minus 3, so it will gives me 2 pi over 3. So you can see that the reflection of pi over 3 in the second quadrant is 2 pi over 3. Same way, from pi over 3, I want to jump into the third quadrant. I will write pi plus pi over 3, and it will gives me 4 pi over 3. And over here you have the reflection of pi over 3 in the symmetrical way. Now you want to jump from the first to the fourth quadrant. You will write 2 pi minus pi over 3, and it will gives you 5 pi over 3. And you can see here 5 pi over 3. So this is the way we can jump. First of all, we can convert the radian into degree form, and we can jump from the first quadrant to different quadrants. So if this part is understood to you, then you can understand all the things which are coming in your way. Here again, now look at the polar grid. Whenever we talk about the polar grid, the two important things we must focus on. One is the R, that means the absolute value or the modulus of the complex number, and the other is the theta, that means the argument. Now we already have studied, and you can see my previous videos, that how can we determine the R and how can we determine the theta for any complex number. But understand that R can be shown on the polar grid by sketching the number of circles. It can be shown by sketching the number of circles. Means if R is 2, so it means on the polar grid you are going to sketch 2 circles. If R is, for example, 4, then on the polar grid you are going to sketch 4 circles. Now after that one, you must know that what is theta. Theta, we know that this is the argument, and argument can be shown by showing the angles. That means whether it is in the first quadrant, is it in the second quadrant, would it be in the third quadrant or in the fourth quadrant. And as I explained before also, that we can find the theta, and in order to put them in the correct formula, correct quadrants, we use the formula which we just said before, that for the first quadrant we use theta, for the second quadrant we use pi minus theta, for the third quadrant we use pi plus theta, and for the fourth quadrant we use 2 pi minus theta. And make sure that you are writing everything in the radian form. Now let's see how can we convert the complex number into polar form and then apply or use the polar grid to sketch those graphs. You all know that the standard form of the standard polar form of the complex number is r cosine theta plus iota sine theta. Now look at the question and understand that in place of r, compare this standard form with the form that is given to you. So you can just see that in place of r, 5 is written. So it means you can see that the value of r is 5. Now what is theta? So theta is 3 pi over 4. Now it is very important to, if you understand that in which quadrant 3 pi by 4 lies, it is very good. Otherwise, to visualize this radian into the degree form, convert this radian into degree. Means multiply by 180 over pi and check in which quadrant this theta lies. So you can see that pi and pi cancel, and here we will get 3 times 180 over 4. I guess we get 135 degrees, but let me check that 3 times 180 divided by 4 is 135 degrees. Yes, it is 135 degrees. Now 135 degrees is in between 180 degrees and 90 degrees. Okay, so theta is 135 degree and r is 5. So in order to sketch the graph, in order to sketch the graph on the polar grid, you have to make 5 circles because R is 5. So 1 circle, then we have 2 circle, then we have the 3rd circle, the 4th circle and 5th circle. So your answer will lie in the 5th circle. Now 135 degrees. So this is our 90 degree and here we have 180 degree, or we have here the pi, or here we have the pi over 2. 135 degree always will be near to the 90, right? So it could be over here, maybe. It could be means here. It means on the 5th circle, you just make a point and join it with the 0, 0, 0. It means with the origin. And here you have the angle. Here you have the angle that is 135 degree or 3 pi by 4. So this is the way we can express our question in the on the polar grid. Here we have another question. Here you can see that the R is 3, the number over here, that is 3. And our theta means the angle which is written with the cosine and sine, that is pi over 6. Now convert this pi over 6 into degrees, means multiply 180 over pi and you will get 30 degree. Now try to sketch the graph. Now in order to sketch the R, you have to sketch 3 circles. 1 circle, 2 circle and this is 3rd circle. Now 30 degree, of course it lies between the 0 degree and 90 degree. So 30 degree will be near to the 0. So over here, just make a point and just join it with the 0. So this is our 30 degree, or it is our pi over 6. Now if they ask you to convert this into again the rectangular form, means convert this polar form into rectangular form also. So what you are going to do, you will open the bracket by using the distributive property. You will write 3 cosine pi over 6 plus iota 3 sine pi over 6, means you will multiply the 3 inside the brackets. Now if your calculators are already have in the complex mode, then you can write the question as it is to get the answer directly. Otherwise, you can write first of all in the calculator 3 cos pi over 6 and get the answer, and after that write down that 3 iota sine pi over 6 and get the answer. So let's take a minute and write in the calculator and get the answer. Don't forget to put the brackets on the correct way, and don't forget to put the to write the answer, and means don't make the mistake while writing any of the value in the calculator. So we will get 3 square root 3 over 2 plus 3 over 2i. So you can see that we can convert the polar, we can sketch the number in the polar form, and also we can convert it into the rectangular form. Okay, let's try to make one more question. So here you can see R equals to 5 and our theta is equals to 3 pi over 4. Convert 3 pi over 4 into our rectangular into our degree mode. It means you multiply by 180 over pi and it will be 135 degree. Now just sketch the graph. For sketching the graph, how many circles you need to draw? You need to draw 5 circles. So 3, 4 and 5. Now it is 135 degree, which is between the 90 and the 180 degree. So over here, but we have to draw it on the 5th circle and just join it with the origin. So this is the way we make it. Now you want to convert it into rectangular form. Open the brackets, multiply it by 5, that will gives you 5 cosine 3 pi by 4 plus iota, and then we have the 5 and sine 3 pi by 4. Now if your calculators are in complex mode, better just write down 5 and write down cosine 3 pi by 4 plus iota sine 3 pi over 4. Don't forget to close the brackets, and we will get the answer in the rectangular form as minus 5 square root 2 over 2 plus 5 square root 2 over 2i. So this is our rectangular form, and I hope that everything is clear. Now what if this form is given to you? Means the question is given in this form and they ask you to change it into the polar form and sketch the graph in the polar grid. Then very simple, this is your A, this is your B. First of all, find the R by using the formula A square plus B square. Find the theta by using the formula tan inverse B over A. Check in which coordinate your complex number is. You can see that this is in the second quadrant, and if it is in the second quadrant, after finding tan inverse B over A, we have to apply 2 pi minus theta answer, and you will see that you will get the theta as 3 pi over 4. Once it is written, once you get this, write in the standard form using r cosine theta plus iota sine theta, and then use the polar grid to sketch the graph. So they can directly give you in the questions, in the exam, they can directly give you the polar form and ask you to just sketch and convert it into rectangular form. They might give you the rectangular form and ask you to convert into the polar form and then sketch on the polar grid. So they can ask you either way the question. Have a look on this question. In this question, it's written 3 over 2 cosine 360 plus iota sine 360. It's already given in the degree mode. Whenever 360, of course, it is the 3 degree. It is in the degree form. So you want to find out, or you want to sketch on the polar grid. What is your R? Your R is 3 over 2. It means 1.5 circle. So what is and how can you show the 1.5 circle? So look at this. This is the first circle. This is your second circle. Now your answer is not on the first circle and not on the second circle, but in the middle of first and the second circle. So maybe your answer will be somewhere in the middle, and just I will show you by the dotted lines. You don't need to make the dotted lines, but just I am showing you that somewhere here your answer could be. No need to show these dotted lines, just I am trying to show you. Now 360 degree means near the 0, because it is 0 degree, and once after one revolution it will be 360 degrees. So of course your answer is on the 1.5 circle over here, and on the 360 degree means on the x-axis, and you just join it with the 0. So this is how we sketch the graph for the polar in the polar form. And it is very easy if you can just write in the calculator, but if the calculators must be now in this way in the degree mode. When the question is given in the degree mode, you have to convert your calculator into degree mode. If the questions are written in the form of radians, then you have to keep your calculators in the radian form, because this is the mistake which normally students do. Let's see the second question. How can we sketch this? Now in place of R, you can see no number is written, and if no number is written, it means 1 written. So your r is 1 and your theta is 11 pi over 6. Now to convert 11 pi over 6 into degrees, just multiply 180 over pi and you will get that this is about 6 times 330 and here 330 degrees. Now you are going to sketch only one circle, and 330 means that the fourth quadrant between 270 and 360 degree. So you can see 300 will be near to the 270 over here. Just make a dot and join it with the origin. Now last, how can you make or sketch the graph of 4 cosine pi over 3 plus iota sine over pi over 3. So r you can see it is 4 and theta you can see this is pi over 3. Convert it into the degree, that means 180 over pi, and you will get it as 60 degree. Now for the 60 degree and fourth circle, because r is 4, you have to sketch 4 circles, 3 and fourth circle, and after that pi over 3 60 degree, it means they are between 0 and 90 degree. So 60 degree is near to the 90 degree over here somewhere, and just join it with the origin. So this is the way we sketch the graphs. So now take a minute, okay, and solve all these questions. If you get the answers, write in the comment box that you get the answers. If there is a problem, just send me the comments, and I'm waiting for your comments. Thank you so much.